Hey there guys, this is Anthony here at Cutting Edge Guitar, where I help guitar players that have got the fundamentals down go on to become advanced guitar players. In today's lessons, we're going to be looking at the string bending technique and how you can perfect that for rock guitar, and we're going to also be looking at vibrato. Let's get right into it. Okay guys, just quickly I want to ask you to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel and turn the notification bell on to make sure that you see more of my cutting edge rock guitar lessons when they come out. If you want to see more of this lesson, consider becoming a member at Cutting Edge Guitar, where you'll get exclusive video content, guitar profiles, downloadable PDFs and more. I'll talk to you more about that at the end of the lesson. Okay, so in the past few sessions in this cutting edge rock guitar course, we've been looking at things like hammer-ons, pull-offs, and how to perfect the basics of lead guitar, and we're going to really push on and take this into an advanced level. So one of the next things that we really want to get down is the art of string bending. This sort of thing, basically. So this is a very, very important guitar technique because it's one of the things that makes the guitar come alive. It's how you make your guitar sing. It's one of the fundamental things that makes a guitar sound like a guitar. And unfortunately, a lot of players approach this technique wrong. It's because they spend most of their time worrying about things like their picking and their hammer-ons and pull-offs and all of the things that we're going to talk about in this course, but they don't look at string bending as a technique that needs to be practiced with an actual structured method in place. So some of the first things when you want to bend strings, again we're going to do this as if we're in A minor pentatonic position 1. There's a million different ways and places that you can do this, which I will be doing in the members only part of this lesson. But if we imagine that we're in that, it's a very, very comfortable area for most guitar players. There's two main places that you're going to bend strings, which will be the 3rd string, 7th fret, and then the 8th fret on the B string. So first things first, what we need to do is have a look at the grip. So when you're playing scalar type passages, your thumb's going to be more in sort of like the middle of the back of the neck, this kind of territory. But what we're going to be doing when we are bending strings, we're going to be putting our thumb over the top of the neck. This gives us an anchor point for which we can really get this bend and twist of the wrist that will allow us to get good string bending. So with your thumb over the top of the neck, what we now need to do is grip the notes that we're going to bend. So first things first, we're going to look at a 3rd string bend. We're going to be bending the 7th fret on our G string, which is a D note. And what we're going to do, we're going to bend it a tone in pitch so that this D note becomes an E. So one of the things that you can do with this, set your hand up so that your 3rd finger is holding that D note, 7th fret on the G string. And then what you want to do is you want to have your 2nd finger and 1st finger in behind, okay? They don't necessarily need to be at specific frets or anything like that. They just want to be behind that 3rd finger, set up exactly as I'm doing. Make sure that you study the videos so that you can see exactly what my hand is doing. So thumb over the top and then your 3 fingers gripping the string like this. That gives that 3rd finger plenty of support. Where a lot of players go wrong with this is they try to bend like this and you're never going to get it up to pitch. So with your hand set up like this, one thing that you can do, play that D note, slide up to play your E note so you can hear where you're going to bend to in terms of pitch. Bend and now bend your D up to the note you just slid to. Now the motion actually comes from a turn in the wrist. You're not just bending from the fingers like this, you actually want to turn your wrists so that the fingers are pushed skyward, but not just from this motion. It's very similar to if you was holding your keys and you're putting your keys in a lock to turn the key. That's very similar to this motion. So this is what's going on, not just this. So if I do that a few times for you. So you can see that that motion is what's going on, okay? Now you would do exactly the same thing if you was to play from the 8th fret on the B string. So thumb over the top, 3 fingers in a row. Now what I'm doing on the end of that bend there, I'm adding something that's called vibrato. So when we play, or when we add vibrato to notes, what we will do is we will just hold one single note. Let's say if I'm holding a C note, what we'll do here, we'll kind of repeat the same sort of grip, but what I would do is I'd practice doing my vibrato on all different fingers for different eventualities. So with the first finger, what we're going to do is pull down towards the ground. Now what you want with your rock vibrato, it generally wants to be a tone wide. So if you just have a listen to what that should sound like, but effectively, I mean, this stuff doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. It just wants to sound like it's trying to go a tone in width, okay? But yeah, don't over stress about the points that I'm making there. If you're going, oh, I'm just getting just under the tone or whatever, you know, use your ears, dial it in with when you're practicing this stuff to something that sounds good to your ear. But make sure that for rock vibrato, especially modern rock vibrato, it wants to be wide in pitch, okay? So that's how I would grip things with the first finger. With the second finger, what I would do is I'd use the first finger in support. Third finger, use fingers 1 and 2 in support. And then the fourth finger, I'd use all fingers in support. Try not to have the neck of the guitar bouncing around up and down like this as well, because you want all of the energy transfer into the string. That's all for this lesson here on YouTube, guys. If you want to see more explanation about this concept in HT video format and get Guitar Pro, PDF, audio downloads and more, check out the links below, where you can become a member at Cutting Edge Guitar and get way more access to these kinds of lessons and all of my advanced tuition products. It's support from people like you over at the Cutting Edge Guitar platform that will allow me to keep making lessons like this for YouTube and more. If you want to see more lessons like this, make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel and turn the notification bell on. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another lesson sometime soon.